Good day, listeners, and thank you for tuning in to the Corona Chronicles episode number 1. This is the cast where we discuss some aspects of daily life during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm your host, DJ Mikey Boy. Let's jump right in with our thoughtful question of the week. If you never felt sad and never felt pain, would you know what it was like to feel happy or glad? Pretty thoughtful, huh? Next up, the most exciting thing I've done recently. In the past few weeks, I've been writing and recording songs, and I just finished one yesterday, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now that we've got that out of the way, it's time for our album of the day. And there it is, up on the turntable, straight from 1967, Farewell to the First Golden Era, The Mamas and the Papas.
Hello, Carver students. This is week 3 of Quaranhub, currently week 7 of quarantine, and since school shut down. These are some weird times, and I hope everybody is well. I hope you're using your time wisely and definitely doing tons of homework and not procrastinating at all.
How do you feel about the pandemic that is going on right now in the world?
What do you need my input for?
Because I have classwork.
I don't know.
I'm vlogging. How does a 12-year-old feel about the situation right now?
It's great. I don't have to go to school.
Ow.
It's definitely an interesting time. It's something we've never been through before.
Yeah?
And going a little bit stir crazy at home.
All right.
We've got to spend a lot of family time together, which we were kind of struggling with before.
Hello.
Hey.
So how does it feel to be part of like the sanitation essential workers stuff?
It's fine. I'm just glad I have a job and it continues. And
All right. How do you feel about your kids being home all the time? Thanks.
I think it's fine. I think Hannah's been a very good helper.
If there are any Carver students that want to share any experiences or stories with Carver Hub, by next week, Wednesday, May 6th, email this email address to get the password and username for Zoom calls that will be occurring every Thursday at noon. The first one starts on the 7th, and this is just a little outlet to talk to your teachers and classmates about things happening in your life, stories, experiences, and maybe even end up on an episode of Quaranhub. So again, email this email here and share your stories. This week, we have a segment for you presented by the teachers of George Washington Carver to help silverline the things that have been happening since the beginning of quarantine. Check it out.
So, gift of the virus is, well, as personally, I am appreciating the slower pace of life. I am spending more quality time at home. Things are more calm, and that's definitely a gift. I'm also thinking of the society as a whole. You know, we are taking care of homeless people now, putting them in Motel 6s and stuff, and that's a beautiful thing. The elephants are walking the streets in Sri Lanka and wherever else. And, so, you know, there are good things happening. Of course, there are also, you know, there is terrible suffering and people with hardship and people who are sick. But it comes in a packet.
A gift that I've been given is that I have been able to make connections with people I haven't talked to in a long time. And that's been nice. Old friends, that's been really nice. My garden, I've been working on my garden and my backyard looks fabulous. And I'm so excited about that. And I've had a chance to do a lot of reflection and getting to know myself.
I feel that I have been able to really spend a lot of time observing nature that exists in my garden. And that gives me an enormous amount of pleasure. Just something very, very simple is watching the birds feed at the feeder. And that reminds me that a gift of this coronavirus is that with people not driving and people not flying, we're consuming so much less energy, fossil fuel. We're consuming a lot less of everything, and the environment is healing. I feel like I'm healing and resting, and I feel that in a way the earth is also.
I would say the gifts of the virus for me have been, yes, I've been able to communicate with people that I haven't been able to. So like I participated in a Qigong class with one of my friends in New York, and I would never have had time for that. And so I've really appreciated that. I've appreciated spending time with my family and nature. And, I'm very blessed in that I haven't had to worry about like my business folding or somebody that's really sick in my family. And so because I've had that security, it's been very nice to have the time to self-reflect and just enjoy my family a little bit.
I just wanted to report something that I forgot that I'm really excited about. I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't know that I have a deathly fear of birds. I mean, I just freak out anytime a bird gets near me. I don't know. But anyway, one of my other gifts is that I got a hummingbird feeder. And it was in my garden. And every day I've been getting up and watching these hummingbirds come and eat. And it's been beautiful because now I have 3 that come to me every day. I'm sitting maybe 8 feet away from my hummingbird, the feeder. And so that's very good for me.
You would be so unhappy at my house.
Oh.
I have a flock of 7 peacocks who live here, not by my invitation, and I'm constantly going outside and saying, "Get away, go, move," and they just look at me like, "What? Didn't you plant all these things for me to eat?"
Oh yeah, I would have freaked out already.
They're knocking on the door. "Excuse me, we've gone through all the blueberries. Is there something else you could bring us?"
Are they scared of you?
No. And they're constantly walking across the roof, so it sounds like I've literally got roofers on my house. And it's been breeding season, so George Jr. has been shaking his tail feathers and like, "Nobody's impressed. Go away."
Are those his tail feathers behind you?
Well, this is several years worth. Yes, there are 2 big vases of tail feathers. They lose them every August.
Wow.
Yeah. Every August, it's like Easter in the backyard. Ooh, I've got 3 this morning.
Well, at least there's a payback time. That's good.
I don't know if not having a garden is equal to the amount of tail feathers I get.
Well, it's good to know that there's a lot of positive coming from this pandemic. Miss you guys.